So last class what we were discussing? We were discussing about the Gaussian elimination. We just started. Okay, and thing is that if you are not able to understand, okay, either you can stop me at there and you can ask me that to repeat that same thing, and otherwise no need to take tension because I am going to discuss the same concept again and again. Okay. So we are going to almost the same concept we are going to cover at least 5 to 6 times. Okay. So if you are not understood in last class, today you will understand, otherwise in next 2 to 3 class you will understand. So no need to take tension. This is a very simple concept. Just take your time, go slowly. Okay. No need to hurry. You do not, no need to take any pressure also. Okay. So last class we just started the Gaussian elimination. So what was that? So Gaussian elimination nothing but a systematic way to solve the system of equations, and system of equation means we are having system means the set of equations we are having. So set of equations, what are the permissions we are having? Like we mentioned, if you are having set of equation, what you can do? You can multiply a constant with any equation, that is allowed. If x plus y equal to 2 is written, you can write 2x plus 2y equal to 4. Okay, you can multiply 2, 3, 5, 7, whatever value you, depending on your need, you can multiply any constant. Okay, that is the first permission. So you are having three permission. We have already discussed. So what are the permission? One thing is that you can multiply any non-zero constant throughout an equation. Any equation you can multiply any non-zero scalar value. Okay. Then you can interchange any two equation. You can interchange their position. That does not matter also. And the last one is the most important. What is that? You can multiply a constant with an equation and you can add to some other equation also. You can multiply some 5 to the equation 3 and you can add to equation 2. Okay, that freedom also you are having. These three freedoms you are having, you can do. Except these three operations you cannot do any other thing. Okay, so whatever you can do, you can do. You can multiply a scalar value with any equation, you can interchange any two equations, or you can add constant with some equation and you can add with any equation. I am not saying that you have to add only equation 2. You can multiply constant with some first equation, you can add to third equation also. You can multiply constant with any equation you can add. Okay. So that freedom also you are having. These three things are very much important, and these three operations are called as the elementary operations. What are called? They are called as the elementary operations. Okay, these three operations are called as the elementary operations. So why we are doing these things? Okay, because we know these things because that is obvious, but our ultimate goal is to, because why we are doing in matrix form, our ultimate goal is to write the system equation in terms of matrix. Why it is required? Because if you are having two variable, two equation, you can solve it by hand. If you are having three equations, three variable, you can solve it by hand. But if you are having, someone is giving you four equation, four variable, or five equation, five variable, it is very much tough. It will take hours and hours of time. So if you are solving by hand, but if you are going systematic way, then it will take some few minutes. Okay, you can solve even 10 by 10 means 10 variable, 10 equation also you can solve it instantly. Okay, that is the main process. So our ultimate goal is to convert the system equation in terms of matrix. So when you are converting the system equation in terms of matrix, that matrix is called as the augmented matrix. This matrix is called as the, so this is your right hand side. This is your right hand side. This is these part are the left hand side. Okay. And if required, you can put one line also. That is also okay. Otherwise, you can put little bit gap also. Okay. Like if I mentioned last class, so this is your standard form. A11, this is your standard equation. Okay, so this is your left hand side and this is your right hand side. Okay, and while writing in terms of matrix, you can take both left hand side, because if you are doing some operation on left hand side, the same operation you have to do with the right hand side also. So you have to take both left hand side and right hand side. Okay. So if you are multiplying 2 with the equation 1, then you have to multiply 2 with the right side of the first equation. Okay. If you are multiplying 3 with the last equation, then you have to multiply 3 with the right side. So you have to take both the left hand side as well as right hand side. So while you are taking the left hand side and right hand side and you are writing in terms of matrix, then it is called as the augmented matrix. Okay. It is called as the augmented matrix. So here it is mentioned. This is called as the augmented matrix. Okay, so these things already we have covered that we are having three types of operations. So now whatever the operation we are doing with the equation, the same operation we can do with the matrix. That means we can multiply any constant to a row, because we can multiply any constant to a equation. That means this is nothing but a equation only, na? This is nothing but a equation. This is equal to right hand side is some b1, b2, something like that. Okay. So what is this equation? First equation is nothing but a11 x1, a12 x2 up to a1n xn equal to b1. Okay, so if you are multiplying 2 with this one, you can multiply 2 with the right hand side also. Okay, so you can multiply any non-zero constant through any row. Any row means you can multiply constant to any equation, that we know already. The same thing we are going to the matrix. You can interchange two rows. Why? Because we can interchange two equations. That means we can interchange two rows also. You can add a constant of a row and add to another row. Why? Because we are having freedom to multiply a constant with one equation and we can add to any other equation. Okay, even with that equation also we can add. The same thing we can do in terms of rows also. Sorry, in terms of matrix also. Yeah, in terms of row also. So the same thing we can do it. Okay, and these operations what are called? They are called as the, what are they called?
Elementary operations.
Elementary operations. So when you are doing in terms of equations, that is called elementary operations. If you are doing the same thing in terms of matrix, because matrix means we are doing in terms of rows, so it is called elementary row operations. What is that called? Elementary row operations. Okay. If you are doing in, means that operations are called as the elementary operations, and you are doing in terms of rows, so it is called as the elementary row operations. Okay. So it is not necessary that you because we have written in terms of rows, you can write in terms of columns also. Okay, equations can be written in terms of column. That thing also you can do it. Okay, so keep one, you maintain one standard. We have to do throughout the course. We'll do in terms of rows only. Okay, so okay, so there is one definition is there. Okay, and you will realize the definition also. So augmented matrix, you know na, what is augmented matrix? Augmented matrix means when you are writing the system of equations in terms of matrix, that matrix is called as the augmented matrix. Clear or not? Two augmented matrix means two set of equations is there. Clear or not? One augmented matrix means it is a matrix representation of one system of equation. Another augmented matrix means another system of equations. Okay, so two augmented matrix means two system of linear equations. Okay, means here one augmented matrix is there, here another augmented matrix is there. Clear or not? Now you tell me, two augmented matrices are said to be row equivalent if one can be transposed to the other by finite sequence of elementary row operation. Means it is saying that two augmented matrices are said to be row equivalent. Okay, if one can be transferred to other by finite sequence of elementary row operation. For example, here you are having 2 2 4, here you are having. Okay, now you can some Nile, mute yourself. Nile,
Sir, excuse me, sir.
yeah, Anand.
Sir, my friend was not added in Teams, it seems.
Okay, so can you tell his name?
19 BCE 7, sir.
19 BCE.
0967.
What is his name?
Hemant, sir.
Hemant Kunda, na?
Yes,
Sesa
sir.
Hemant Kunda. Okay, I'm adding him. I think he joined the course lately, I think. He
Yes,
registered.
sir. He just transferred yesterday.
Okay, okay, okay. So, yeah, I think he can join now. Okay. So, for example, one matrix is there. The row is 2, 2, 4 is there. Okay. What is this equation? This is nothing but 2x plus 2y equal to 4. For example, this is the right hand side. Okay. So, what you can do? You can divide this equation by 2. This is same as x plus y equal to 2 or not? This is same as x plus y equal to 2 or not? So we can divide row 1 as row 1 divided by 2. Okay. So now it is changed to 1, 1, 2. Getting or not? Clear or not? So if this is your one system of equation and this is your another system of equation, and if by row reduction you are having one or other, that means both the set of equation are exactly same. Getting or not?
Yes, sir.
And they are having same solution. Actually they are not distinct. So if from one set of equation you are having another set of equation and they are looking exactly same, that means, so row equivalent means row to row exactly same. Okay, by doing the row operation, if you are getting the exactly same, otherwise if you are having one set of equation like this, you are having another set of equation like this. So if you can multiply with the second equation with 2, so if you are multiplying 2, then here you will, what you will have? You will have the first set of equation. So both are exactly same only. So if two system of equations you are having, two system of equation means two matrix you are having, and from one if you are having the other, means from one matrix, by doing the operations, what are the operations? These three operations you can do it. Okay, by doing these operations, if you are getting the other matrix, that means both are exactly same, they are not distinct, they are having same solution. Okay, getting or not?
Yes, sir.
So they are called
Yes, sir.
row equivalent, means they are exactly same. Okay, row equivalent means they are exact, they are having the same solution, you will get the exactly same solution. Okay, so that is one observation. Another observation of what, if two system of linear equations are row equivalent, then they have same set of solution. Yeah, exactly the same thing we discussed. Because if you are writing 2x plus 2y equal to 4, or you are writing x plus y equal to 2, they are having the same solution. Na? Okay, so here I have taken only one equation. You can take multiple solutions. For example, if one problem is 2x plus 2y equal to 4, another is the like what is that? How you can say? We'll write 4x plus 6y equal to 8. Okay, this is one system of equation, and another from here we can reduce. Another is someone has taken x plus y equal to 2, and here he has taken 2x plus 3y equal to 4. Okay, so from one system of equation you can have the other one, so they are not distinct, they are exactly same actually. So that means both are having the same set of solution, both are, so this is called the row reduction, row equivalent. Okay, means by doing the row operation, if you are having the other one, so that means they are having the same solution, they are not distinct. Okay, this is the normal concept. We'll see here. First we'll solve one problem, then your all doubt, everything will be clear. clear. Okay, so now this is the problem. Last class we were trying the same problem. We'll solve it. So by hand we'll solve it, and using the matrix also we'll solve it simultaneously. Okay, so as I mentioned in last class, so let me write here. Okay, so here what was the problem? Problem was, so okay, it's okay, we can write from here also, no issue. Okay, so you see here, so what was your target? So this was the problem given. So the problem given, what we can do, we can write in terms of augmented matrix. What is this? This is called the associated augmented matrix. Means with each problem one augmented matrix there. With this problem the augmented matrix, first you can write it. Augmented matrix means here 0 into x. No x is there, so in place of x 0, then in place of y coefficient is 2, then z coefficient is 4, then right hand side is 2. So you can put one straight line here also. If you are having confusion left hand side, right hand side, then you can put one straight line also, that is also okay. You can see here some space they are giving, you can see the space they are giving to separate the left hand side and right hand side. Okay, so it is very much easy to write the augmented matrix. Here what is the coefficient? Coefficient is 1, 1 is there. Then here coefficient is 2, 2 is there. Then here 2 is there. Then here 3 is there. Okay, or here 3 is there, 3. This is 4, this is 6. Right. Actually it is written like this. Okay, let me write 0, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is your left hand side coefficient matrix. Then here x, y, z. Then your right hand side will be 2, 3, minus 1. See here, if you are multiplying, you will get exactly same. You see what you will get? First equation. So how will multiply? Row with column. You will multiply like this, na? So what you will have? You will have 0x plus 2y plus 4z equal to 2. You got the first equation. Then next second row column, na? What you will have? You will have 1x, then 2y. How you used to multiply in matrix? That is nothing but you will get 3. Okay, and next how you will get? The last one is 3x 4y plus 6z equal to minus. So you know this thing. So this is your left hand side coefficient, this is your right hand side. If you are taking this both, then you are having this augmented matrix. Okay, is it okay? So
Yes.
writing augmented matrix is not that much difficult, it is very much easy. Okay, so we are having the augmented matrix. So after having the augmented matrix, what is our target? You remember, okay, our target is to, you remember last class what we mentioned, how you, when you are having 3 equations, 3 variables there, how you will solve it. So first remove or delete all the x from the remaining 2 equation. Although here we are having the we are having the good luck that in the second equation x is not there. Okay, so if it is there also, usually it will be there. Okay, so if it is there, what is our target? Our target is to delete this x from the equation 2 and equation 3. So if you are deleting x from the equation 2 and equation 3, or if you are removing the equation 2, equation 3 by using some row operation, we can do it. Okay, here you can see here 3x is there. So how will delete this 3? How will delete this 3x? How will delete? So equation 3 minus 3 times of equation 1. So if you are doing, then this 3x will be removed. Here we are having nothing, so no need to do anything. Okay, or if it is some 4x is there, if here some 4x is there, what you can do? For example, here some 4x is there. Okay, what you can do? So equation 2 minus
4 times
of equation
1.
Okay, so simply you can do it. So if some x is there in, so thing is that here the x should be there. Okay, so we rearrange it. So rearrange means we took the equation 2 to the equation 1 and we bring down the equation 1 to equation 2. Even you can take the equation 3 to the first position also, that freedom also. You can interchange their position, okay? Any equation you can bring, but the x, the something should be there here at this position, something should be there. Why? So if x is there, then you can delete these 2x easily, okay? After that, we are having y only here, y and z is here. So what is your next target? Next target is to delete the y from the third equation. Okay, so if you are deleting this y from the third equation, then you will get the z value directly. So 6z is something, you can get the direct z value. After that, so you can see, so what is our target? Our target is to, so let me erase. So what is our target? Our target is to first delete all the x from the second equation and the third equation. Then we have to delete, so only x should be there, okay? And next the y should be deleted from the third equation, okay? So y place is here. Then the z should be here, okay? Even this coefficient 2 also we can remove. This coefficient 6 also remove. So directly you will get the z value as directly you get. So after getting the z value, substitute here z value, you will get the y value. Then after getting the y value, z value, substitute, you will get the x value. That the same way we followed now in yesterday's class. You remember it or not? Or
Yes.
you, when you are solving by hand calculation, we used to follow the same way. Okay? We used to follow the same way, na? We used to simplify the problem. Okay?
Yes.
So same thing we are going to do here. Okay. So first, so these positions are called as the pivot position. This is the position for x. Here x should be there. Only x should be there. This position is called as the y position. Only y should be there. This position is the z position. Only z should be there. Okay. Nothing else should be there. Okay. So first we'll do with respect to equation. Then we'll do with respect to matrix. Okay. So you can see. So as we are not having x here, we are not having x here, so we interchange. We took equation 2 in place of equation 1 and we bring down the equation 1 to the position of equation 2. Or you can you can take equation 3 to equation 1 also. That also you can do. Anything you can do. But that position should not be keep vacant. Hey? That thing you have to take care. Okay. So what happened? So we took the equation 2 to the position of equation 1. Okay. So after taking the equation 3 to equation 2 to equation 1, now we are having x here. Okay. So it will be changed also, na? So now see here the first row will be 1, 2, 2, 3. Second row will be 0, 2, 4, 2. Okay. The same thing. 0 means here nothing is there. Okay. 0 into x. Okay, now what is our target? Our target is to remove this x. Here 0x is means nothing is there. So that means we have to delete this 3x. So how will delete this 3x? How will remove this 3x? So equation 3 minus 3 times of equation 1. Clear or not? So why I am saying you have to keep this place x, this place y, this place z. So if you are keeping only x, so it will be easy to delete these positions. Okay. If you are here 3x is there, then you have to take suitable combinations. Very difficult. So if 3x is there, you just divide with 3. This 3 will be removed. If here 4x is there, you just divide the equation by 4. Okay. Everywhere you divide by 4. You divide by 4. Okay. Even right hand side also you divide by 4, this 4 will be removed. Clear or not? Any coefficient is there, then you just divide with that value, your that coefficient will be removed. Okay. We are lucky that we are having 1x, means no coefficient is there, then we are lucky. Okay. Now how will delete, how will you remove this 3x? How will you remove this 3x? How will you remove this 3x?
Sir, minus 3 times equation
3
1.
times of equation 1. So now equation 3 minus 3 times of equation 1. So 3x minus x. So now this is becoming 0. Okay. Now 4y minus
6y.
Why?
minus 6y. So 4y minus 6y, what you will get? You will get minus 2y,
minus 2,
then 6z minus
6z.
6z. So here you are having 0. Okay. So the same thing you can write in terms of matrix. So this is the left hand side in terms of equation. This is old format. Okay. And this is our new format. Right hand side is our new format, and this is our old style. In school we used to solve in this way. Okay. So we have to follow the new way. Na? You keep the new format in the right hand side. Slowly we'll adopt the new format. Okay. Now, so the x is removed from both the equation. So now you see the here also 0 is there, here 0. That means x is removed from both the sides. Now what you are having? Now you are having what? So what is your next target? Next target is to what is your next
Eliminate
target?
2 y's.
Your next target is to make this position 0. Okay, means you have to remove the y from
Yes.
here. That is your target. Okay, so how you can do it? So your next target is to remove this minus 2y. So how you will do it? How you will do it? How you will do it?
Sir, will interchange.
No. Yeah, interchange also you can do it.
We will add.
You just add, na? Interchange also,
Yes,
that is also okay. But thing is that you can add that also. Okay.
Yes,
So if
sir.
you are adding, yeah. So if you are adding, so that means so first, what is the operation? First operation was row 3 is replaced by row 3 minus 3 times of row 1. Okay. This is our first operation. You keep down, you note down your row operations. Okay. Otherwise you will get confused. Then the second operation we are going to do, what is that operation? We'll replace the row 3 by row 3
R3 plus R2.
R3 plus R2. Okay. So we are going to means row 3 means equation 3. Okay. In old style you can write equation 3 as equation 3 minus 3 times of equation 1. Okay. We are adopting that new format also, and old style also we are keeping. Okay. And the equation old style is equation 3 is equation 3 plus equation 2. Okay. So if you are adding this minus 2y, what is that? Becoming 0. So we need this position 0. So we got this position 0. And here 0 plus 4z, here becoming 4z. Getting or not? Getting or not? Now,
Yes, sir.
now we are getting what is our requirement. We are having the same thing also. But thing is that here 4z will be okay, or only z will be more comfortable.
Z.
Only z. If you are having only z, then you can get directly z value. If see here 4z equal to minus 8 written, you can divide with 4 also, na? So if you are dividing by 4, that means what the operation you can write? You can write row 3 as row 3
Into 1 by 4.
into 1 by 4, or even divide 4. Okay, multiplication division are same thing only. Okay, so you can divide by 4. So if you are dividing by 4, so what it will be? It will be z equal to minus 4. So you got the directly z value, got it. Clear or not? Now, so this process is called as the forward elimination. We are eliminating in forward wise. Okay. First we eliminated x from the last equation, then we eliminated y from the last equation, and this process is called as the forward elimination. But we have not got the solution till now. Okay, so here we got the z value as minus 4. Now what is the process? So
Excuse me, sir. The
yes,
value of z would be minus 2, sir.
sorry, minus 2. Sorry, minus 2. Okay. So this method is called, but not means we have not solved the problem completely. Just half percent means 50% we have completed, and this process is called as the forward elimination. So this is one step is over. What is the next step? Next step, the same thing it is written. You divide. So these positions are called as the pivot position. What is called? These three positions are called as the pivot positions. Pivot positions. So this position is for x, this position for y, this position is z. So here, okay, let me erase because what I discussed the same thing is we are going to cover. Okay, so this position is for, so you try to make this position as only x, you try to make this position as only y, and you try to make this position as for only z. So what you have to do, you have to divide with their pivots. Okay, so that means if 4z is there, you divide with 4, here you will get z. Here what we need only y, this position we need only y, so we have to divide equation 2 by 2. Okay, the same thing we are going to do it here. So here it was 4z, so we divided equation 3, so row 3 by row 3 into 1 by 4. So now we are having z value as -2. So you got the z value. Now after getting the z value, so here what you are having, y position, what was the y position? Y position was 2y. So what we need? We need y only. We need this position as only y. So what we can do? Equation
Multiply
2
by half.
row 2 into 1 by 2 or directly divide by 2. Multiply have not looking good. Okay. So now, so row 2 divided means y plus 2z equal to 1. You got the, now you got the, here y, here x, here y, and here we got the z value. And we know from here directly, because here all there nothing is there. So that means our last equation z value is -2. Okay. So this process is called, while getting the solution, the process we have to follow, that is called back substitution. Back substitution means the forward elimination method, we are coming from x, y, z. But in backward substitution, first we have to get the value of z, then we'll get the value of y, then we'll get the value of x. Okay. How you see? So z value is -2. You substitute z value is -2. So y value how much you will get? So y plus 2z is 1. So y value is 1 minus 2z. So 1 minus 2z means how much you will get? You will get y value as 5. You will get. Okay. You will get the y value as 5. So you got the y value as 5. So after getting y value 5, z value as -2, you substitute here. In the first equation, what is the first equation? First equation is x plus 2y plus 2z is 3. You substitute y value, you substitute z value, then you will get the x value. So this is called the backward substitution method. What is this called? This is called back substitution method. Okay, getting or not? So this method, see, let me erase everything. So this method is called as the row echelon form. What is this? This is called row echelon. What is the row echelon form? Row echelon form means, what is row echelon form? It is saying that x should be here, but there should be no x here. It is saying y should be here, y can stay here also, but there should be no y here. And it is saying z should be here. This is the format or not? This is the format. So in terms of matrix, if you are writing, then it will be how it will look. You can see here 1 is here, here 1 will be there, here 1 will be there. 1 means for x, here 1 means for y, here 1 means for z. This is right hand side. Okay. And below this one, below the position of x, you will have only 0.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So this is called row echelon form. This is called row echelon. So now my question is that, can you do little bit modification so that we can directly get the value of x, value of y, value of z? What we are doing here? First we are getting value of z, then we are substituting, we are getting value of y, then we are substituting y, z value, we are getting value of x. Can you suggest me something where I'll get directly x, directly y, directly z?
Sir, if we create a diagonal matrix, then we will get x, y, z value directly.
Exactly. So thing is that, what should be our target? Our target is to not only making the lower position 0, if we are making the upper position 0 also, then we'll get directly value of x. That means if you are having matrix like this, lower position 0 and upper position also 0. This is position for x, this is position for y, this is position for z. Right hand side you leave, whatever may be. Okay, so directly we'll get the z as this one will get, and directly we'll get value of y, directly we'll get value of x. No need to do the back substitution. Clear or not? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can make it now. We can make the substitution, means a suitable adjustment. We can do it and we can make it. Okay. So that method is called as the row reduced echelon form. What is that? So if you are making lower part 0 as well as upper part 0, that is called row reduced echelon form. Row reduced echelon form. And this is called row echelon form. If you are not reducing the upper part, then you have to do the back substitution. Back substitution method means first you will get the value of z, then you substitute z value, you will get the value of y, then you substitute x or yz value, you will get the value of x. This is called back substitution method, and it is time taking. It is unnecessary, we have to do it now. Back substitution method. Okay. So instead of doing so many hectic things, we can make this position also 0. Okay, so let us see how we can make it. So that means till now we have done only 50%. We have to make the upper part also 0. We have to make the upper part also 0. Let me see. Now you check how to make the upper part 0. See, what is our target? Our target is to, what is our target? Our target is to eliminate this y. Our target is to eliminate this z. Is it okay or not? This is our
Yes,
target,
sir.
na?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How
sir.
will do it? So that means what operations we have to do? Equation 1 means row 1 as, tell me, row 1 minus
Minus row
2 times of row 2. So if I am making this operation, row 1, you see here, right? Row 1 as row 1 minus 2 times of row 2. These 2y will be eliminated or not?
Yes, sir.
Will be eliminated. So the same thing here it is done. Okay. Then how to, so let me, so here they have eliminated the z first. Okay. So you can eliminate the z first. You wait for anything, you can do it. Okay. So we'll follow their method. Okay. So they have eliminated the z first. Okay. Otherwise you will get confused. So you can erase this z easy. So how you will erase this z? So what you have to write? So you have to write row 1 as row 1
Minus row 2.
minus. So our target is to
Row 2.
first eliminate the z. Okay.
Row 2, sir.
So if you are doing this row 2 now, what problem will happen? Okay. See, your target is to delete the z only. Okay. See here, z is having no x and y. Here there is no x, no y is there. So if we are taking the row 3, then easily z will be removed. If you are taking row 2, here another y will be added. It will make another problem. Again you have to do some adjustment. Getting or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you see what are the most simpler way. Do not make it complicated. Do not make it more complicated. So to remove this z, better you take the row 3, because here there is no x, no y. It is fully empty is there. These positions are fully empty is there. So we have to take the, we have to remove this z. So better you take, because here z is fully independent there. Z is having no x, no y. So better you take with row 3. So row 1 as row 1 minus 2 times of row
Row
3.
3.
Okay. And also we can make it, we can simultaneously delete this one also. What we can write? We can write as row 2 as
Row 2 minus
2
2 times row 3.
minus 2 times row
Row
3.
3.
Yeah. So if, and do not take row 1 to adjust this row 3. Row 2. So if someone can delete this 2z from row 2 taking help of row 1 also. If you are writing like this, row 2 minus 2 times of row 1, then here another x will be added. But that was not our target. Our target is to remove, make it more simpler. Okay, so do not do this mistake. Getting or not? By taking
Yes,
row 1
sir.
also, this 2z can be removed, but another x will be added. Okay, so do not do that mistake. So try to make it more simple. So if you are doing this process, then here you can see the z's are removed. Getting or not? Z's are removed means if matrix format it will be 0 0. So what is that? You can write that one. So if you are doing these two operations, so here you are having x plus 2y equal to, what is that, 3 minus 2 times of row 3. 3 minus 2 times of row 3. So
Yes,
3
sir.
plus 4, so it will be 7, and here 1 plus 4, so it will be 5. Okay, so this z remove. So you have to do the same thing in the right hand side also. Okay, do not forget about the right hand side, because right hand side also you have to do the adjustment. So the z's remove. What is your next target?
So
So
Y.
here the z remove. What is the, so you have to next target is to delete this y. So now you tell me, so what operation you have to do?
So row 1 minus 2
R1
R2.
minus 2R2.
Exactly. You have to take 2 R2. So if you are taking the operation, then this, so y also remove. So now you are having the row reduced echelon form, means only the diagonal matrix 1 1 1 will be there. So directly you see the z value is minus 2. Here the directly y value is 5. Here x value is minus 3. No need to do any back substitution. So row reduced echelon form is more better form of row echelon form or not? It is more
Yes,
better.
sir.
So these are the, so in problem in exam they may ask the row echelon form or row reduced echelon form. Okay. So if they are asking row echelon form, then you have to do the back substitution. Do not forget. If they are asking row reduced echelon form, then there is no need of back substitution. You just move forward, directly you will get the value of x, y, z. Okay. But both the method you are getting, you will get the same answer. Okay. And row reduced echelon form is also called as the Gauss-Jordan elimination method. Okay. The whole process to obtain the row echelon form is called as the Gauss-Jordan elimination method. Okay.